So my question is this, Titans fans, as we are on this roller coaster ride of an off season where we keep having to ask ourselves, are we rebuilding? Are we reloading? Are we tearing this entire thing down and starting over? Like, what are we doing? If we need to cut costs, which we do, why are we starting with Kevin Byard, the mayor of by God Murfreesboro? Because we've already had to say goodbye to Taylor Lewan, Ben Jones, even David Long. These are guys that, whether you felt like it was necessary for them to be cut or not, which it probably was due to the cap space, their age, injuries, all that stuff, even if you feel like it was necessary for them to part ways with those guys, it's still difficult as fans to watch guys that you have watched and come to know and love and that have become synonymous with the Titans having to go play for somebody else. That's already tough. So now you're bringing up Kevin Byard, the heart and soul of the team, has been for some time. This guy is a leader's leader. He has said he wants to be a Titan for life. He wants to play for Tennessee his entire career. Loves Tennessee, loves Nashville, loves the Titans. But now you want to take a pay cut. Okay? You want to take a pay cut. He has refused. Now, it's worth noting, he has not said he wants to be traded. He has not said he wants to be cut. He just refused the pay cut. That's it. So before you get too crazy and say, oh, Byard demanded a trade. No, he has not done that yet, and I hope he doesn't. He just refused a pay cut. So now they got to work something out with him. And my gut feeling is that they will. My gut feeling is that somehow, some way, you cannot be stupid enough to not work something out to keep him on the team. But you know what? I said that about A.J. Brown. Mr. Avocado himself. Mr. on Twitter this week talking about how he don't believe in medicine or whatever. That's another story for another time. But A.J. Brown, a year ago, I said, this dude is going to work something out. He wants to be a Titan for life. He said so himself. He wants to stay in Tennessee. He's one of our best players. He's the heart and soul of the offense. We got to keep him. But we didn't. Now, we had another GM at that time who needs to be, he needs to be tried in a court of law for doing that trade. But we got a new guy now. And so, yeah, I'm tempted to say, like, yeah, we're going to work something out, but I'm too afraid of getting burned again because I done said that last year and then got my heart broke on draft night. So I ain't going to speak too soon. I don't believe Byard wants to go anywhere. I don't believe the organization wants Byard to go anywhere. But if you know, listen to me now. If we got to cut costs, try, I mean, I'm not a cap expert, but why ain't we talking to the quarterback? Was he like 36 mil this guy is owed? Why ain't we talking to him about taking a pay cut? Why are we going to, Kevin Byard, and I don't want to make this a roast Tannehill session because I do appreciate Ryan Tannehill. He's a tough guy. He's had a good run in Tennessee. I'm not dogging Tannehill, but what I am saying, he is scheduled to get a lot of money. Can we talk to this guy for a second about taking a pay cut? Because Kevin Byard, if you remember, there was a game against the Dallas Cowboys in the last game of the season where all the starters were resting, and Byard said, no, I'm going in there and playing. He got 2 interceptions and tried to lead this team to a victory with a dude as quarterback that had only been on the team for 5 days. And you want that guy to take a pay cut? You want that guy to take a pay cut? Why don't you go talk to number 17 about taking a pay cut? I mean, God bless the guy, but are you telling me you're going to try and take a pay cut from a dude who's earned his money? And you ain't going to go talk to a dude who threw 3 interceptions in a playoff game at home against Cincinnati, and before that laid an egg against Baltimore in the playoffs at home. You ain't going to talk to that guy about taking a pay cut? Now, listen, my gut tells me Byard ain't going nowhere, but let me just tell you this. If KEVIN Byard gets traded somewhere, because he's not going to get cut. Again, I'm not a cap expert. He's not going to get cut, because that would be the dumbest possible thing you could do, and somebody needs to be fired if you're stupid enough to cut this dude with the cap casualties and all that. If he goes somewhere, it's going to be a trade. If he gets traded somewhere, you're going to see a grown man. You're going to see a grown man come on this YouTube and lose his mind. If this Ran Carthon, I'm down with making aggressive moves, but you gonna come in here and I ain't had too much of a problem with anything he's done yet. Lawan, I get it. Ben Jones, I get it. David Long, I'm still kind of iffy on that one. That's the only one that I'm like, really? We'll get rid of David Long? But Randy, I ain't got no complaints about getting rid of Randy, the kicker. I don't remember who else got cut. Robert Woods, I ain't got a problem with that. I ain't got a problem with many of the guys that have been cut. I get it. Don't really hate any of the signings that they've made, but let me tell you something. You start messing around, there's some things that I'm not willing to budge on. We need to re-sign Big Jeff. We need to keep KEVIN Byard on the team. And at the rate we're going, you better keep number 22 as well. Unless you can get something unbelievable in trade value for him, he probably needs to be on the team too. Because it looks like more and more with every passing day, that quarterback that needs to take a pay cut I mentioned is probably going to be the quarterback. I'm telling you. I sense it. We ain't getting Stroud. We ain't getting Bryce. They go in top 2. Carolina and Houston ain't trading out of it. Anthony Richardson ain't worth it. I'm sorry. Will Levis ain't worth it. And there ain't the Lamar Jackson ain't happening, guys. I mean, if we have to ask people to take pay cuts, you really think they're going to be able to pay Lamar Jackson? Get out of here. Ain't nobody left. Jimmy G's done signed somewhere. Derek Carr's done signed somewhere. All the guys, Tom Brady retired. Aaron Rodgers, I guess, is going to the Jets. I don't know. I'm just telling you, if KEVIN Byard gets traded, grown man, coming on this YouTube channel, losing his mind, go follow the Two Tone Talk podcast. I have taken a little bit of time off, haven't done an episode since the Super Bowl, but I am soon to return on that podcast to talk about all this crap in depth. Thank you guys. Tighten up. Bye.